Hey, look, I'm the last of a bunch of them. I munched them, then crunched them, broke them down into compounds, and put them in my breakdown. You niggas be seasoning, you hungry then feasting. I send you out of sheep amongst wolves, and let the doves cry. Good day, good people. Good day, good people. My name is Richard Clemens. I will be your host. This is Bipolar in Cleveland. You know the name of the show. This is a TNC network show. So welcome one and welcome all. As one, we are GP. Yes, we are. So we are back on this good Thursday, 7/16/2020, the year of the rat. I'm not snitching. I'm telling God on all of y'all. And you know this, man. So we're going to get right into the show. Of course, I got a clip to pay before we go and say what I got to say. Today's show will be on a couple of things. Right. They want to cancel Nick Cannon. Moderna didn't go up. Earnings are coming in. Excuse me, for the companies. So interesting day on the stock market. I don't think I woke up early enough to mess with it today. Right, and I don't know what I'm doing. So last time I thought I was doing something, didn't work out. So I'm gonna leave that alone. Just gonna read and learn. Just read and learn for now. So let's get to the show. Play this clip. I'll be right back. Oh, you know the rules. If you like what I say, send me $1. If you don't like what I say, send me $2. That is TNC Preach, all one word at Cash App. Peace until after the clip. Stay right there. Be right back.
Talk about the power of melanated people. When we talk about who we really are as guys and understanding that our melanin is so powerful and it connects us in a way that the reason why they fear black, the reason why they fear is because the lack that. So then when you see what, Dr. Francis C. Welsling talked about, is that fear and that
genetic annihilation
efficiency of when you have a person that has the lack of pigment, the lack of melanin, that they know that they will be annihilated. So therefore, however they got the power, they have the lack of compassion. That melanin comes with compassion. Melanin comes with soul, that we call it soul. We soul brothers and sisters. That's the melanin that connects us. So the people that don't have it are a little, and I'm gonna say this carefully, are a little less. And where the term actually comes from, because I'm bringing it all the way back around to Minister Farrakhan, to where they may not have the compassion or the when they were sent to the mountains of Caucasus, when they didn't have the power of the sun, that the sun then started to deteriorate them. So then they're acting out of fear. They're acting out of low self-esteem. They're acting out of a deficiency. So therefore, the only way that they can act is evil. The only way they have to rob, steal, rape, kill, and
fight or flight,
in order to survive.
Exactly.
So then these people who didn't have what we had, and when I say we, I speak of the melanated people.
Right.
They had to be savages. They had to be barbaric. Because they're in these Nordic mountains. They're in these rough, torrential environments. So they're acting as animals.
Right.
So they're the ones that are actually closer to animals. They're the ones that are actually the true savages. And then they built up such this I don't want to say warrior, but they built up such this conquering barbaric mentality.
And so, this is why this nigga got fired or canceled by Viacom, right? Because I guess he had basically a distribution deal with Viacom, and and then this is my third and source information. So I'm not, this is not what I've read. This is what I've heard through the other bloggers and things like that. Because I'm a blogger now. But anyway, they saying that, it was had a distribution deal with Viacom, and so like they wasn't paying him. It's like he put on a show, basically, and they charge at the door to go to that Wild 'N Out show and things like that. So I guess he had he got the money from that, and they paid for everything, and they split the door with him, something like that. Basically, it was his own deal, but it probably wasn't the best deal, but it felt good because he owned, he wasn't actually working for him. But now they have dropped him. Saying, like, this is the thing about, like, power dynamics, about like being able to be canceled, and like, and them doing that to him is actually proving his point of what he was saying on the show about being savages or how your mind works. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not about, like, I got a couple of things to say, because see, Nick Cannon think he a smarty art niggas. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about, y'all smarty art niggas. Like, cause y'all learned their history first, then learned your history second. So you still try to apply, their rules to our thinking, but just in reverse. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, women trying to be men now, or trying to act like men but still be women, however, like Batwoman, that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody, right, the bloggers, I mean, the YouTube people killing, right, Ruby Rose, right, she didn't quit Batwoman. This old news, but just the point like that, how they want to just, replace the woman with a man character, but all of those traits that you said that were bad about men, you just putting them into a woman and saying these are attributes now. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not, boo, okay? But my point is, Nick Cannon tries to apply, this to his thinking about white people. Like, the same way they called us savages, you want to call them savages because you have these compelling reasons. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure it was white people that had very good reasons why they wanted to call us savages and such and such and such and such, right? Because niggas just chilling, you know what I'm saying? And they didn't understand why they not out, however. Oh, I got a theory on that too. I'm getting better and better. Right, this is what it was like. Y'all don't understand, I ain't started doing drugs till I was like late teens, like, early 20s, you know what I'm saying? So I was like out of my mind thinking about shit sober for a long time. I'm back. But anyway, where was I? But it's like, applying the same rules, and it's not supposed to be that way, but but like, he's proving the point to, you know what I'm saying, because they acting savagely. It's like, why you got to cancel the man because he don't do, it's like he don't want to apologize, or he says some anti-Semitic things. Like, they kill me with that. What the fuck? I still don't know what that means. You talking against Jews. Why you don't just say you talking against Jews? You say you talking against blacks. You don't say, oh, you know what I'm saying, anti-Semitic. What the fuck? You see what I'm saying? The words. It's words, people. But anyway, like, and so he don't want to apologize. And I listen to, when I'm in my car, or mostly in my car, listen to conservative radio, or if I want to turn on 55.2 in Cleveland, I can listen to Ernest Hamesy Jr. now, you know what I'm saying, say the craziest shit about black people, or they healing black people in Africa right now, with the touch of their hand, people, 2020, okay? So I don't want to hear that shit, you know what I'm saying? You can't make, right, they always want to make a nigga apologize, you know what I'm saying? Fuck them. Ain't no steps back, right? No 2 steps forward, 1 step back no more. We going ahead. Right, all right over the fucking cliff, it must be. But anyway, I'm going to get back to that subject because it's somewhere else in my notes, but, the clip supposed to match the subject matter a little bit. I be clickbaiting. Write a title and shit, play the clip, and start talking about some other shit. what happened to me? But all right, so on with the show. So right, so other fans of Dark, right, they won't let it go, because they didn't came up with another scenario about continuing the loop. See what I'm telling you? Like people want to revel in misery, like even as like shows, you know what I mean? Like, oh, the ending was too good. It's a trick to it, you know? Like, this is what we do, I guess, by human nature, you know what I'm saying? Because all these people messing with this show, you know, Dark, they came up with an ending, you know, took all the incest out the fucking equation and let these people, you know what I'm saying, be kind of normal, you know what I'm saying? But white people, no, they, you know what I'm saying, right? this is y'all dirty little secrets. I'm saying y'all be fucking each other and been doing this shit forever. And it's like, nah, you know what I'm saying, it's Hannah. But see, I already said it was all Hannah's fault in the first place. I say she made up all this shit herself anyway, you know what I'm saying, in actuality, because this was what she said in season 1. But, you know, they saying that Hannah, you know, they didn't put up a video, you know, and this video is getting numbers. Like, this is what I be thinking about, you know what I mean? This is what the numbers, because, you know, numbers matter, you know what I'm saying? And people want it, you know, and they be asking they fans, you know, like the fans control, you know, the content, you see what I'm saying? So y'all actually, you know what I'm saying, y'all see what y'all want to see, you know what I'm saying? This is what y'all ask for. Like, I'm not going to ever be like that. I ain't listening. I'm not going to probably read none of that shit. But anyway, if I ever get there. But, like they saying it's the beginning of another loop, you know, and, you know, and they put the, you know, they didn't put up in the, like I said, they put up the video for it. And then another dude has made another video about that and saying, oh, it makes sense. And he's ruined the show for me because I thought they were going to have a good ending. And, you know, but it makes sense because, right, they want to go back to the misery. No, this is not the end. Like, it's many movies and as many, schools of thoughts on this, you know. It's like, damn, it's a good movie too, where the girl on the boat and they keep on, damn it, I'm gonna tell y'all, right, I gotta find that, I don't know what it is, but the girl on the boat, you know, like all these people go to the boat and then like they see the person before they get to the boat, but then when they get on the boat, all this stuff start happening, but the girl was actually the one on the boat, you know what I mean, at the same time, you know, off the boat, on the boat, but she's in this continuous loop. And then, you know, through the movie, you find out all these things and like, and it's been going on thousands of times. There's thousands of bodies, thousands of lockets, you know. And then when she finally break that loop, she go home and find out that she's still in a fucking loop. You know what I'm saying? And the whole point is that she was a bad mother. She was beating on her kid, and on her way to the boat to go, right, to kick it for the day, she got into a car accident and died, and then she wouldn't accept it. And the man, you know, the farrier, you know, to take you to the afterlife, you know, was the cab driver, but she wouldn't never, you know, get back in the cab and, you know, let it go. So she just kept doing the shit over and over again. And, you know, welcome to Earth. And so this is what they're trying to say in the show Dark about how it's a continuous loop, you know, and Hannah, I don't know what they're trying to say, but I just say, you know, if it is a loop, I already said the shit in one of my shows already before they put the video up. That's my point. All right. But like, you know what I'm saying, she the crazy one. She made all this shit up in the first place, you know? And okay, now, right, Will and Jada, I think I might have said something about this, but, you know, this is shit I be talking about, like the New World people, like, you know, this is, you know, the black Bill and Hillary, you know, Jada and Bill. Jada is Bill, you know, the role of Bill Clinton will be played by Jada, you know, she got caught fucking the help, right? And so the role of Hillary will be played by Will Smith. Standing by his woman, you know, oh, I was done with your ass, you know, like he want to say that shit all, you know, projectorally, and, you know, like that was the time I was done with your ass, you know, and all this bullshit, you know, right? And then, like, you know, right, you know, the New World, like, right, can't nobody give me permission to, you know, can't nobody give permission to fuck me but me, you know what I'm saying, date me, right, fuck me but me. He's standing by his woman though, right? Entanglement. What the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, right, if Bill Clinton would have came up, right, white people say y'all ain't good enough. You see what I'm saying? Y'all ain't good with these words. Like, words, man. Entanglement, motherfuckers. If he would have came out with that, then he would have shut all that shit down. Right, I got into entanglement. And women gonna be using that shit for the rest of our lives now. entanglement, right? And she just gave, like I said, right, she just gave every woman in the world a new fucking word, twisted love, that's hate. That's, right, you could say hate or you could say it's a twisted love. But this is what we're going through, and these are the same games that, Trump play with, key words, you see what I'm saying? Maybe, might, probably, I heard, all of that stuff, like those things, that men don't do. Trying to get my notes out of here. Right, these are still the same notes from the other show the other day. Right, I was supposed to do 2 shows that day because I was feeling myself, and then I got a call from my dude D Grant, and went over. But I learned something though, right? I learned some interesting things, about these loans and businesses and things like that. So, right. Might not, right, when I get some money, y'all gonna see what I can do. But, right. So I didn't do the show. But anyway, these notes and the stuff that I'm saying, some of the stuff, is still from the notes from the other day from the other show that I was just jumping around on. So if you hear any repeats, that's the reason why. But anyway, I'm gonna just start calling, gay people and fags and lesbos, all of them. I'm just gonna call them wannabe mama people, or wannabe God or shit like that, or mama's favorite, right? Call them mama's favorite, mama's special babies. Call them mama's special babies, okay? So see, wrap all of that up. So, and right, so see. Right, because you like, it's like, because you have, we do, men have, men do have our teams, like I'm not like, I know I'm a man, right? So I feel like, saying, that we don't get enough just desserts. But like we have girls and boys, that's on our side from the beginning also. It's in their DNA, they on the side of good, on the side of light, right? Yin and yang people, right? Chinese people already talked about it. Man is, yang. We are on the side of light, the masculine, the feminine, see what I'm saying? Because there's a difference, right? There's a difference between man and woman, and then masculine and feminine. You know what I'm saying? Like those are, those are synonyms, but but I don't know, they don't mean the same thing, similar but not the same. And so let me see, where was I? Right. I guess my point is like, the world is moving along to the point where women can do no wrong. Like, my body, my choice. Like you lay down, so you can lay down with any nigga. You know what I'm saying? And then you could tell any nigga that they the father, and they have to accept that. And like, and they sign a paper, right, to be try to, right. That's right. People don't sign papers. Like people don't sign birth certificates, and niggas like they don't even need you to sign a birth certificate no more. Like that used to be the big deal. Who wanted to be a bastard? Now the world is full of bastards. Now nobody want to be legit, right? Too legit to quit. You motherfuckers quit. I'm unemployed. Give me my compensation. Right, black men are like sorcerers though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we could put a spell on God. Like that's what the white man don't like. Like I was thinking about it like the snake charmers and stuff. The cobra, right? And the cobra, like snakes stand for wisdom and stuff like that. And man is able to charm wisdom, able to manipulate wisdom. You know what I'm saying? That's our great power, right? It's not our muscles, Right, we always win arguments with women, right? So, you know what I mean? Like, so by that logic, you know what I'm saying, we are better debaters than them, you know what I mean? They just bring up bullshit, you know what I'm saying? So that means we're smarter than them to a certain degree, right? Because, any two people, can go toe to toe mentally, but women but you know what I'm saying, a lot of them don't want to argue. They, you know what I'm saying, or they want to win the argument, but when they are not winning it logically, then the argument is over with. And like men don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I just had this incident yesterday. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting up there and we, you know what I'm saying, with the excuse me, with the store clerk, okay? Because I don't even think he Arab. I think the motherfucker's Spanish, you know what I'm saying? Just weird motherfucker. I think he is Arab, but however, but he dressed like like a hippie white boy, you know what I'm saying? And so, you know, the disagreement is about change, you know what I'm saying? And like he made a mistake and then I made a mistake. He gonna say I had $5, I had $6. He gave me back the right change, but then he wanna tell me I only had $5. Nigga, I had, like, you know what I'm saying, just little petty shit. But like, okay, we, you know what I'm saying? But then he wanna get to yelling. You know what I mean? You don't yell, right? You can't out yell me. You know what I'm saying? That, and now, you know what I'm saying? Now, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I keep on talking, oh, I can't come in for the rest of the night, nigga, fuck you. Fuck you talking to. You know what I'm saying? You can't come in for, like, man, and then want to, you know what I'm saying? And it leads to, right, then it leads to other things. And then you want to come from behind the, what you coming from behind the counter for to get your ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? And then somebody got to come in between us. You know what I mean? And like, for nothing. For nothing. You know what I mean? And I didn't, you know, I'm telling y'all, I got my mind right, you know what I'm saying? So there's not no inebriation on nothing. I like, you know, right. I tell y'all a secret. I ain't even gonna, right, I tell you a secret. No, I ain't gonna tell y'all. Right. I was trying to go buy some damn alcohol. I haven't been drinking. And I was just gonna have one little drink. And that's what, like, and I'm telling you, it's the powers that be is fucking with me. Like, I wasn't supposed to have a damn drink. They got to get an argument about this shit. And they gonna talk about, I'm always, and it's always a problem. Like, nigga, we ain't, who the fuck you, like, you lying, you know what I'm saying? We don't never have no problem. You know what I'm saying? We don't never have no problem. You know what I'm saying? Right. You going off something, right? Because we got into it when I first moved over here because he want to act like a girl. And I wasn't on that shit. And then we started just like most girls, you know what I'm saying? They, you know, sooner or later when they get to know me, we cool, you know? And so after, you know, we ain't had a problem in 2 years. But like a broad, he would want to sit up there and say, you always do this shit. Like, nigga, we ain't had an argument in 2 years. What the fuck you talking about? You know what I'm saying? That's that girl shit. Exactly what I'm talking about. And then like, and if it's deep ingrained, you know what I'm saying? If these niggas are being raised and born or raised like this, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing you could tell. It's nothing I could do with grown men like this. So I have no need for them. So, where was I? So, like, this is what we do as men, you know what I'm saying? We have analyzed women to death, you know what I'm saying? Like scientists, dissected them like, you know what I'm saying? All these scientists, we have done the same thing to women, you know, on a molecular level, and to observe something is to change it by nature. So now we have changed them, you know what I'm saying? And now they don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, stop looking at me, you know what I'm saying? Put the money in the bag. Stop looking at me. Put the money in the bag, nigga. That's it, you know? Now the world got to wear a mask. Right. Motherfucker, right. You ain't gonna... It's crazy. Right. The tricks will continue, right? Fake ass, fake titties, got to wear a mask. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, like... So back to Nick Cannon, right? This is... Right, I have caught up with my notes. Okay, you know, he got dropped from Viacom, you know, for saying white people are savages, and like basically, cause y'all ain't got no color, you know what I'm saying, and like y'all lack of melanin, you know, has affected y'all thinking, you know. This is what smarty art black people think, you know. I've been knowing this for a long time, you know. This is why y'all need me, niggas. You know what I'm saying? All y'all smart art people, because like I said, I've just told y'all about how we flip knowledge around, you know? And so I'm trying to catch up with my notes, you know? But, you know, as we know at GP and TNC, you know, humans are, you know, hybrids. We are more computers than animals. You know, we infuse with that DNA, you know, to weather and to adapt to any type of weather. You know what I mean? It had to be that way, you know. But It's been a long time, people. You know what I'm saying? Many, many wars ago. You know, like we've been here a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we break up to come back together again. And it's like, it's like I'm looking at these niggas around, my area and other areas I see on TV, like all these little motherfuckers are skinny with a lot of hair. I mean, aren't they looking like the Egyptians, you know what I'm saying, that we see carved on the wall, little stick figures, you know what I mean? Like they, maybe like, like y'all thinking that they was bad drawers, the artistic shit wasn't up there. Like this is how these niggas actually look, you know what I'm saying? They look a little like a girl too, right? Little skinny niggas, you know what I'm saying? Tall with some hair and some damn mask on, right? Everybody had a mask on, right? All these Egyptians, all these y'all, they worshiping animals and ain't doing this and all that stuff. Y'all confused, you know what I'm saying? You don't even know, you don't even know what time it was, right? And your interpretation suck because you don't know niggas. Hieroglyphs are emojis. We made that shit up too. It all comes back around, right? Break apart, come back together, Y'all think y'all progressing, y'all might be devolving. So, right, it takes a hell of a man, to make his own decisions and stand on it, right or wrong, in the end, but always cool with whatever the outcome is, like, it's like this is why we will always be the sacrifice as real men, because we have to stand on it. And if we get tricked or we get, bamboozled, then, all we do is say, fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? There's no, I need another chance. No, it wasn't right. Like, look, no, nigga. Drop and give me 20. Drop and give me 20. Shout out to Jermaine Spencer. So, like, white, you know what I'm saying? So, white people don't want niggas making sense, you know what I'm saying? And Nick Cannon got a point, like, I said this part about my show, and about, but, like, this lack of melanin that you guys have and this affinity, or what it should be called, like this problem, I don't know what you have with the sun, you know what I'm saying? And everybody else got to suffer because, the sun don't like you, And it's not our fault that you got caught up, in the last ice age up there. Right, probably up there fucking them Neanderthals and got caught in the ice age. Lost all your color. Come back and your mind ain't right no more. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand, this is what black people think. Like y'all think about us, right? Got points to think about y'all. And our shit make a lot more sense than yours, and you want to cancel a nigga. They want to tell black people that doesn't know this shit, But I've been knew it, and I moved past it, because I don't think y'all animals. I don't think y'all savages. I think y'all just fucked up in the head because you spoiled. Spoiled little babies, It's like little people grow up, It's like, yeah, think about it. Like these pictures, these motion pictures, has changed the world, And the Jews found, the motion picture industry, I guess, to a certain degree. And like California was a fucking desert, and like they moved all the way, across the country, y'all, okay, closer to China, almost probably than, New York. I don't know how far, California is from Japan, or Hawaii is the midway point, stuff like that, like they got the farthest away from the white people. You know what I'm saying? Because Jews are not white, supposedly, right? We all think of them the same, niggas, black people, but they not. You know what I'm saying? They are sliced up more than us. But the point is, they, you know what I'm saying, they created their own reality. And like, these where the little people beat the big people. David always beat Goliath, you know what I'm saying? And that doesn't happen 9 times out of 10. You see what I'm saying? But they took that miracle, and, you know what I'm saying, and ran with it. And here we are. You know what I'm saying? You niggas believe this shit now. You know what I'm saying? All you little motherfuckers, everybody, right, women. You know what I'm saying? It transfer over to women. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I ain't got to be strong. I ain't got to be big and strong. You know what I'm saying? Little and smart and quick and witty and deceptive. Because these things, you know what I'm saying, are necessary when you are smaller in brain, right? In size, in anything. When you are small, you must be more rat-like. You must be more rodent. You must be more slithery, right? Slick with it. All those things because you are small and low to the ground. So, I said y'all need me though, right? But it goes back to the point about, how y'all kill stuff, when your feelings get hurt, the little man complex, fight the world, all this stuff. And you put all this stuff, in the books, and the footnotes of real shit, the savagery, you revel in the deceptiveness that people have gotten away with throughout the years, like this is what you promote, and 48 laws of power and all these other things, like, and Socrates and Einstein or all this other things. These are dreamers, these people don't live in the real world and stuff like that. Like that is right. You ever been mind fucked, right? The stuff that Einstein made sense. The stuff that Socrates and all these philosophers throughout the years, all that stuff that y'all take for granted, and these little cliches, that people have broken down a million times, be in this world but not of it, and like that's for men, you know what I'm saying, right? We are the shepherds of the world, right? We the last, because we the last ones made, right? Anything else, right? We got it right. Anything like this is what artificial intelligence and all this other shit, you know what I'm saying? This is what men want to create because we the last creation, you know what I'm saying? And so, like, it goes, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's many implications in that, right? That runs deep, Are you the last because for a reason, Did the world keep on getting better until they finally made man, you know what I'm saying? But, we turned all the focus and gave the credit to the woman and wrote all the books about her, But, we, right, we, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, because when a nigga get to talking, nigga get to talking, right? But women get to be, right? Women get to be, you know what I'm saying? Women get to be women, right? When men get to be, you know what I'm saying? Men get like this, you know what I'm saying? Men get to talking too much, you gotta have an army, nigga. Cause somebody gonna want to take you out. But it's a million people talking like me. I'm not the only one. So where was I? Let's take a break. Be right back.
Right, motherfucking now. You can try till the day you die, but you can never beat me, bitch. A nigga gargling colostomy bags ain't talking shit like this. My words are better cause I put them words together. Organic as cherries and berries, sprinkled by pictures and fairies. Even though we breathe the same air, I'm a million times more rare. Hell, a motherfucking mirror image couldn't even compare, huh? The FBI, Secret Service, and your nosy ass could search around the world, off the block, down the street, and across the nation, and still won't find a greater creation. Cause I'm more fly than an eagle nuts tied to a spaceship being flown by Pegasus. All I do is big dick nigga shit. You better check the motherfucking measurements.
All right. Shout out to Germany. Shout out to Atik. What's up in Iran? Shout out to Australia, Vietnam, China, Palestine, Switzerland, Alaska. Shout out to Canada. Shout out to a couple people down in Brazil. Shout out to a couple people over in Nigeria, Saudi Arabia, Shout out to all the listeners all around the world. That's one We Are GP. This is a TNC Network show. My name is Richard Clemens. I will be your host for the duration. Now back to the show. So, right, this so Nick Cannon still right. I'm still on this because it's like, okay, you know, the sun don't like y'all, right? White people, but y'all gotta understand this. Like, this is the it's like vampires. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure when white people first started coming off the assembly line, you know, like some of y'all, like the first generation, or however you want to say, the first model, like, couldn't take the sun at all. Like, you have white people that, you know, that can't go out in the sun, like they would die. And like, this could be possibly, you know, like what happened to y'all in the beginning, you know. And so y'all being mixed in with us, you know, saved y'all lives, you know, and like just enough to keep you, you know, just enough to make you red, but, you know, but not kill you right away. You know, you just can't stay out forever. But like, that was y'all cure, you know what I'm saying? Mixing the blood, because blood types matter also. Like, my blood type is B positive. Blood types matter, you know. I'm sure, you know, right? I'm not a scientist, but blood types matter, you know. And y'all were saved by the nigga blood. See, y'all make stuff up, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't get mad at black people when they make up, you know what I'm saying, dumb shit, you know, it make a little bit of sense, you know. That's the whole point about freedom of speech. That's the whole, you know, like, that's what I'm trying to say. You know, I got my own show, so I can say what I want to say. I'm sure, you know, if people were actually listening to me, there would be an outrage to the shit that I say. Big outrage, but I ain't nobody. So I'm going to defend, right, my brother in arms, because he be trying. Oh, like, this is what I wanted to say, right? That's what I was saying about Tasha K made a good point, you know, about Nick Cannon. He do more talking than the host. She said, like, if he would have just let the man talk, you know, because I've been saying, I see him, he said a lot of interesting things, because I think he be on that more stuff, you know, about black people, you know, like not being black, you know, like being more, you know, we Moors and stuff like that. And so, you know, he has knowledge on that type of stuff. But Nick Cannon should have let him say the stuff instead of him saying it. And like, he does that a lot. And like, this is part of the reason that I don't fucking listen to his shit, because he want to do more talking than the host. You know, you want to be the smarty art nigga and, you know, and say all these things, you know. It's like, Joe Scarborough do that on MSNBC, you know, with Joe in the morning, right, Cup of Joe, or whatever it's called. But like, he do that, you know. He has somebody, he asked the question, you know, what do you think about Trump? You know, he's done this and he's done this and he's done that, and he talked for about 2 minutes, and then he say, what do you think about that? And the person, they be like, shit, what part? Then they say something for about 15 minutes. He's like, exactly what I'm talking about. You know what I mean. And Mika, you know what I'm saying? So, right, he done married his co-host. Hey, Mika, what you think? And she like, whatever you say, Joe. But Nick Cannon, you know, he fall, you know what I'm saying? He's falling into this part about being too smart, you know, and it's like, you know, you want to do more to talking, you know, like, that's what I was trying. Remember, I told y'all about how me being, I'm a terrible interviewer, because I noticed when I did my little interview with Joe and a couple other people, you know, Artie and shit, I do, you know what I'm saying, I do more talking than them, or just as much talking and stuff like that. And like, that's not what you're supposed to do. And so like, she made a good point on that, you know, like, and now it's come back to bite him in the ass, because if he would have let his guests say what he was saying, then, you know, they couldn't have said that it was him. And that's what you're supposed to, do as a host, right? Let them say it and try to guide, and if they not saying what you want them to say, you got it that way. Like Joe Rogan good with that, especially like when you have his black guests or you have anybody on there that want to get political or talk too much about Trump in a certain way or talk about black issues, any like issues that he want, touchy issues that he don't want, he brush it off real quick, and he's like, oh, it's like this and everything, and we're just monkey man, so whatever, like, but he's good at diverting that type of topic that he doesn't want discussed, and then he's good at encouraging the things that he's interested in or the things that that he wants to say, and then he jumps in and says and says something, but if the person is talking, especially like he might let him say a little crazy shit, like he had Hostep on there. I don't even know what the fuck. I guess that's supposed to be a meaning, and this dude named himself that, but there's supposed to be some black conscious thought type of shit, Hostep, right? But this dude on there talking some crazy stuff, it's like the smarter black people, like they say some good things, but then they just say some some dumbass shit to me too. And like I know all of it sounds crazy to white people, but it's like it's like but they should be able to have that contradiction, a true sign of a genius, to hold two contradictory thoughts in your mind at the same time, but it's not but one of them is not female. DJ Academics, because he wanted to make the point about rappers being contradictory, and and saying like, oh, you can't have it this way and have it this way, and and be like this, and it's like just pointing out little tidbits and things that like me and not supposed to argue about, like you can have two contradictory thoughts at the same time, but I don't know, it's like they have to be based in logic and like decision making, those like there is an A and B, but the A choice is always the better, is the better choice. If B if B has to be relied on, plan B, okay, that's fine, but A is the goal, and people think that that the thought, a B thought, holds just as much weight as an A thought, and it doesn't, and like this is the arguments, saying this is where the shit breaks down at, because they don't hold the same weight, because the B argument could be 10% or or 1%, like you act like the B thought is 49 50 or 50-50. No, motherfucker. So, this is what Nick right now. I heard like early morning news here. Some, I think he didn't apologize. Like I thought he was gonna right. Everybody, like every time y'all think these niggas gonna stand strong, they end up buckling. Like everybody thought Snoop was gonna not apologize. Right? He apologized 5 times. Trump ain't apologized once yet about nothing. Right? Man, even if he wrong, he gonna be right. So we say we act a certain way because of this or that, and hold on, I already said all of that shit. Right? Oh, I was. Right, but I'm serious about like y'all white folks. I say white, could you say white? I say black, could you say black? I'm serious about y'all getting caught up in the mountains. Probably doing some shit you weren't supposed to be doing. I don't know. You might have been chilling. I don't know, but I'm sure you had a warning. You know what I'm saying? It's getting cold, right? Winter is coming. You know what I'm saying? You want to stay up there with your little Neanderthal bras and got caught up there. And for 1,000 years. Few thousand years, You came back, you wasn't the same, right? This is where you get all the Mohammeds from, right? Up in the caves for 30 years. I'm sure, right? You know, it was people up there, right, that knew how to train and keep their mind right. You know, you get the intellectuals and the philosophers from the mountains, that survive. But you get the crazy people too. You know what I'm saying? And when the snow melted, they come back down, and it's like I'm sure it's just like now, like like when black people see white people in the hood, you be like, hey, like hey, that's like what the fuck is that? It look kind of strange, but whatever. Mind my business. You know what I'm saying? you just keep walking. Unless it's a white girl, you be like, hey, what is that? She look kind of pale. He's like, can you put her in the oven? She got a pussy. Hey, let me try that out. But, right, we've been here a long time, people. You know what I'm saying? We got to stop acting like, you know what I'm saying, this is the first rodeo. But like, it does make sense to a certain degree that y'all come back down from the mountains, you know what I'm saying, pale, hair all stringy and shit, red, turning blind, you don't know what's going on, what's the blue eyes, you know what I'm saying, but like, we know the blue eyes, we know all these people exist because Big Mama already made them, but going up, you know what I'm saying, getting caught up in the mountains, you know what I'm saying, just, took a lot of their pigment away. The melanin, which Nick Cannon was talking about, which fucked with your brain because like the sun is getting directly into your brain and you ain't got the curly hair, you know what I'm saying, to protect you from the sun. And you know what I'm saying, and your skin, can't take the power of the sun that gives us life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got, right? The sun gives us life. You know what I'm saying? And so, right, black people, you know what I'm saying? People, you go out, you know what I'm saying? You get it, and you get a little darker. You know what I'm saying? You get a little stronger. I don't know. Get a little smarter. I don't know. But like, like the shit is a power up. You know what I mean? Everything comes to life in the springtime because of the sun. It's coming back around. So white people, like, y'all, I don't know. It's not our fault. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nobody's fault. You know what I'm saying? It's just, we got to work with what we got. Y'all got sunscreen now. You know what I'm saying? So y'all good. But like all these things have affected, you know what I'm saying, our relations. You know what I'm saying? And now, y'all mad at us. You know what I'm saying? Because the sun don't like y'all. That's all it come down to. And now we didn't pick sides, you know what I'm saying? Right. Start calling us black because you ain't got no color. And everybody got color but you. But you done made it seem like that shit is bad. You colored. What the fuck? And niggas fell for it. Like, I don't want to be colored. You can't see my veins. Oh, why you can't see my veins? I didn't know veins were green and blue. What the fuck? Right, that fucking that chemo and shit, that shit had my veins, you know what I'm saying, all green and shit. Like this shit look great. Yeah, I see like y'all turned a negative into a positive like a motherfucker and tricked the whole world. You know what I'm saying? You're colored. That's a bad thing. But right, oh, you know what I'm saying? But that's true. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. You know what I'm saying? You got hematoma, right? What's that called? That blood disease. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. Poor babies. But right, you know what I'm saying? You got nigga blood in you. That's why, you know what I'm saying, y'all all right. So stop biting the hand to feed you. So let me see. We have 48 minutes here. I might be wrapping this show up. Like I said, y'all did get caught, you know what I'm saying, up in the last ice age, and the world did break apart, America used to be part of Africa, right? And I think the smarter yard niggas was on the west side, right? On the west side of Africa, you know, and the bitch broke apart, so it became America. And so the people that got left back over in Africa, you know what I'm saying, they always knew it was a promised land, you know, across the water, but then people stopped believing in it, you know, and it just became a folk tale. Like everything dies off, and you know what I'm saying, the truth becomes a myth, you know, after a while. You know, and the lies become the truth, right? And then it goes back around. But like, you know, the promised land was America because, you know, Atlantis or however, that was, you know what I'm saying, that was the old America. How, you know what I mean? Like that shit, you know? But like whatever, you know what I'm saying, drifted over, you know, away from the mass, which is the east, you know what I'm saying, from Africa to China, you know, I'm sure you can walk, you know what I'm saying, you can walk all of that part of the earth, you know, and all we got is these little two islands over here, North and South America, right? And so that was the promised land. And so I'm saying that, you know, like I said, niggas was already over here. And then white people came along and said, he said, you know, hey, your mama ain't dead. She over in America. It's like, hey, get in the car, get in the boat. I'll take you to her. He came over here. He got off the boat. Mama like, I don't know them niggas. And the white boy knew that was gonna happen. Now they got the little babies over here, you know what I'm saying? And mama acting like they don't know him, and white man want to take care of him. You know what I'm saying? He got tricked. You know, they want to call it slavery, you know what I'm saying, all this time later. Something like that happened too, right? Right, I'm mixing too many things together because I just got off of y'all, right? Sticking on to while Nick Cannon, you know, was telling y'all what he was telling y'all about being savages, you know. I'm not saying, I know he's not right, you know, but the same way y'all done said that dumbass shit all these years about us, you know, like, I don't know. I mean, it's like, I guess there's a lot of stuff, like, because there's a lot of stuff that white people say that black people believe that, you know, I guess, you know, if I have to be careful about, you know, what I say because I might be wrong, but I'm just saying it because, you know, this is what I've been taught. You know, it's like it's hard to separate, you know, like what you really know, or, you know, and what you think you know, or you saying something what somebody else know. You see what I'm saying? Like, do you know that for sure, or do you know what somebody else know? You know what I'm saying? So, and it's a difference. You know what I'm saying? So I'm probably gonna wrap it up, you know, right? I don't have to stretch it out to an hour, right? And kill it there. I'm already 6 minutes over my time anyway, so you gotta look at it that way. Instead of being short 9 minutes, I'm over 6 minutes. See, it's all about perception, right? That's why statistics don't fucking matter either. They manipulate everything. Numbers lie. Unless you're doing accounting. All right, so gonna wrap this up, people. I appreciate you listening to me. My name is Richard Clemens. I have been your host, and I will be your host for the duration when we come back next time. Until then, as one we are GP, this has been a TNC Network, Bipolar in Cleveland, and I'm out. And of course, we got a clip to go out on, so don't you go nowhere. Until next time, listen to this. Oh, yeah, I almost forgot. Right, on my last show, that first clip that y'all was supposed to hear, they cut my shit, right? They paid attention to me. I told y'all that, you know. But they cut my clip, like, talking about the music didn't belong to me. And it was like, I guess it was just some background music because it was some white people in there talking about, it was that one where it's like, shut the fuck up or mind your business. It was a commercial where the white people, you could buy this formula to help you mind your own fucking business. And so that's what I was playing. So they cut that. And I wonder how many people, right, was listening to my show and then thought that the show just messed up and cut it off. Because y'all know I come right back in talking like, you know, the clip played and everything, you know. And like when I had listened to it, though, it had actually played through for me. But they edited it, so got to be careful with that type of stuff. So anyway, listen to this. Peace.
me. He made the coronavirus happen.
What?
Why?
God did no such thing.
If God is so good, why did he make the coronavirus?
God did not create the coronavirus!
Okay, but why isn't he healing the world right now?
We're healing the world, slowly at a time.
Slowly at a time. When's the world supposed to heal, Bill? Next year? I don't have next year to stay in my fucking house. I got shit to do.
Don't say the curse word! Listen, Ricky. No. Listen.
Okay?
Don't ever disrespect me like that again, or I'm gonna come over there and slap your cheeks.
I command the coronavirus to leave. I am the new God. The old God is out of here. I am God. Coronavirus.
You are not a God! You're not a God!
Leave.
You're not a God, Ricky! You're a sinner!
God. I have a vision. The coronavirus
You're not a
is
God!
going to be controlled in May. May, the coronavirus will be no more.
I'm gonna have to slap your cheeks in a second.
Slap my cheeks. Why?
Because you're trying to be God!
And that deserves a slap in the cheek.
I'm gonna have to slap your cheeks, whether you like it or not.
Are you gay, bro? You're fucking gay. And as the fucking God,
I'm not gay! I like women!
and
I
you
got protected!
are you are Lucifer.
Get out! Get out!
White people white people did not exist on planet Earth until 1681. Now, any